The turtle had just finished bathing in the river when it was shocked to discover its home had been stolen. The reluctant dog climbed up a tall tree and slept in a bird's nest. Who knew that the next second, the returning eagle spotted him. The furious eagle decided to teach him a good lesson. The dog still wasn't satisfied and barged into an empty house. He hurriedly crawled under the covers, but before he could sleep for even a few minutes, a figure covered in snow walked into the house. He walked over to the fireplace and the snow on his body instantly melted. It turned out to be a skunk. He crawled under the covers and went to sleep. The dog on the other side was in trouble. The intense stench woke him up. He carefully searched for the source of the smell, and when he lifted the blanket he discovered it was a skunk. In order to get some good sleep, the dog threw the skunk outside, but as soon as he lay back down under the covers, he smelled that familiar stench again. The skunk had returned to the bed. In a moment of desperation, the dog used a clothespin to clamp his nose shut. The skunk got so scared it ran away. Seeing the dog chasing after him, the skunk deployed his stink weapon, but now the dog couldn't smell the stench at all. The two fought fiercely under the bed. The next moment the dog's clothespin got knocked off, and he immediately fled in panic, accidentally falling into an ice hole. The skunk pulled the dog, who was frozen into a block of ice, out of the water. He then marked the ice block and swung an axe down hard. Although the dog was successfully freed, he caught a bad cold. The skunk wanted to take the opportunity to attack with his stink weapon, but the dog couldn't smell anything. Now the skunk started doubting his own stench. He quickly lowered his head to sniff, but ended up knocking himself out. The dog was very happy now and proudly took over the skunk's big bed. To get rid of the dog, the skunk decided to disguise himself as a doctor and actively came to treat the dog's cold. He threw the dog into the oven, and after baking it 200 degrees, he threw the dog into a foot bath and repeatedly washed him with 100-degree water. Finally, the dog's cold was completely cured. The skunk immediately dropped his disguise and attacked the dog with his stench again. The dog fell into the ice hole once more. The skunk could finally get a good night's sleep. However, the dog who had turned into an ice block caught another bad cold, and this time no matter how the skunk attacked, it didn't work. To get rid of the stench on his body, the dog pulled out perfume and sprayed it all over himself, but the scent of the perfume made the skunk lose his ability to fight back. He imitated the dog and jumped into the icy water. Soon he caught a bad cold too, and so no matter how they attacked each other, neither could do anything to the other. Seeing they had no way to deal with each other, the two guys simply became friends and slept together in the big bed.